Oh, Timmy, not again.
Oh, but this one's something special.
You're all thumbs.
Mom. Look. I got it for Lassie to put on her collar.
Oh.
Isn't it great?
Well, there's just one thing wrong, dear. You never put a collar on Lassie.
Well, sometimes I do, when I can find it.
Well, it's very handsome. And I'm sure that Lassie likes it. Don't you, girl? Is that all the mail there was?
Yeah, just a couple of advertisements.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Something funny's going on.
Well, Timmy, I don't know how to begin, but we're going to be moving.
It's a wonderful opportunity for all of us.
Let me tell him, honey.
Well, I wish somebody'd tell me something.
Timmy, we're moving to Australia.
Australia?
Australia could be one of the large food sources of the world, Timmy. But it takes people with a lot of technical know-how. And that's where I come in. I've been offered a square mile of good farmland, Timmy, with an option to buy a lot more land.
It's all coming so sudden. Why haven't you said anything about it before?
Well, I've just been waiting for a letter of confirmation.
And you're not really sure?
Well, it's pretty sure. The notification's just a formality.
Really, Australia?
Really, Australia.
Who's that, dear?
Telegram.
What's it say?
Acceptance confirmed. Details, repassage and freight arriving by air mail. Dog presents... Dog presents difficulty. All animals must be quarantined in Great Britain.
Oh, Paul.
No exceptions. Welcome aboard, David Gladwin Givens.
6 months quarantine?
I didn't even check. It never occurred to me.
Pin her up for 6 months? Away from the people she loves? Oh, Lassie'd grieve herself to death, Paul. We can't do that to her. What are you reading?
A book all about Australia. It sounds like a great place.
Timmy, there's something that you've got to be told. I don't know of any easy way to say it.
We've just had a telegram saying that all the arrangements for our trip have been made.
Well, that's what you've been waiting for, isn't it?
We never thought to ask about taking a dog into the country.
I should have asked about restrictions, Timmy.
The telegram says that all animals going to Australia have to be quarantined in England first for 6 months.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, that means that Lassie will have to be penned up all that time, Timmy, in a strange country, away from us. We couldn't do that to Lassie.
We wouldn't leave her here. We wouldn't do that. Would we, Dad?
We've made our plans, son.
You've got to believe, Timmy, we didn't know anything about this until just a few minutes ago.
Oh, no, Mom. There must be some way to take her with us.
Look, Ruth, I'll call the consulate in the morning. Look, Timmy, it wouldn't be wise for us to get our hopes too high. We've got to face the hard facts.
Dad, I'm not going to leave her here. Well, what would happen to her?
You know how much we all think of Cully Wilson. Why, I'm sure he'd take her in a minute if we asked him to. And she'd have a good home there.
Dad, you don't understand. Lassie's my friend, my best friend. Why do we have to go? Why can't things just stay the way they are?
Timmy? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Yes, sir.
Well, then, why didn't you answer me? Your breakfast is getting cold.
I'm not hungry.
Timmy.
Yes, sir?
No, Timmy. Turn around. I want you to look at me. Timmy, I was on the phone this morning for half an hour. There's nothing else we can do. It's the law.
I kept hoping.
Timmy, I know this seems like a terrible thing to you, so let me try to explain. There are men who are just working their lives away, fighting poor soil and lack of water and primitive equipment. Don't you think it's right that we share what we've learned with these people? Don't you think it's right, Timmy, even if it means some personal sacrifice? I'm doing what I think is best, and in time, I hope you'll understand.
If Lassie can't go with us, Dad, then I don't want to go.
Lassie will have a good home. I called Cully as I said I would. He'll take good care of her. He'll love her.
Then let me stay with Mr. Cully, too.
You don't mean that, son.
I do mean it, Dad, I do.
Good morning, Ruth.
Oh, hello, Cully.
Hey, you're an early visitor.
Well, not too early, I hope. I just got Timmy off to school.
Hey, come on in.
All right.
Hey, Silky, step aside and let the guests come in. Oh? Hey, sit down, Ruth. Hey, over there.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I just made some coffee. Would you have a cup?
Yes, please.
Good.
Oh, Silky, you're a friendly little thing.
What's get into you, Silky, jumping up on people like that?
Oh, that's all right, Cully. Silky and I are old pals.
Well, here we are. What's the matter, Ruth? You look as nervous as a turkey the day before Thanksgiving.
Cully, I'm so worried about Timmy.
Taking awful hard.
Couldn't be much worse. It's just tearing us all to pieces. I've never seen him act this way.
Well, I reckon nothing like this ever happened to him before.
I've tried to explain, but it just doesn't do any good. I'm afraid that Paul's going to abandon his plans, and I don't want that to happen. Cully, would you speak to Timmy?
Well, what makes you think he'd listen to me, Ruth?
Well, you're his friend, and he trusts you.
Well, the trouble is, I see it, Ruth. He's just a little boy in a grown-up world. And that ain't an easy thing to be. Things sort of get decided for you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Ruth, I ain't so sure I'd know what to say to him.
Well, if he could just be convinced that Lassie'd be safe here and happy with you.
Oh, Timmy knows that already. That ain't the problem.
I guess you're right. Well, you've got a lot of work to do, and so have I. I'd better get on home.
Well, if you think it'll do some good, Ruth, I'll have a little talk with Timmy when the time is right.
Thank you, Cully.
Sorry to see you folks leave, Ruth. It's meant an awful lot to me having you as my friend.
Oh, Cully, thank you. Thank you for everything. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Come on, Lassie. That's my girl. Oh, Lassie. I hope you understand.
Lassie? Mom, I'm home.
Oh, hello, dear. Carry this out for me, will you, dear, after you've had your milk?
Okay, Mom. Have you seen Lassie?
No. Did you look in the barn?
Uh-huh. She wasn't there. And you know something funny? Yesterday, I found Lassie over at Mr. Cully's playing with Silky.
Did you see Cully?
No, he was off somewhere, I guess. I can't understand it. Lassie's been acting strange the past couple of days. She's usually right by my side, but now she's always gone.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it, dear. Maybe she's over at Cully's again.
I'll go take a look.
All right, but don't forget the box.
Sorry, Mom.
Silky, you got plenty of spunk, but you're a little short in weight.
Hi, Mr. Cully.
Oh, hi, Timmy. Let's sit down a minute, will you? Never stand when you can sit. That's the old men's motto. Oh, they've been having the greatest time, Timmy. You should have been here to see them.
I've been looking all over for Lassie. I don't know what's happened to her. Suddenly, she's changed.
Well, now, Timmy, you see, you're growing up, and Lassie's sensitive. Oh, she's just about the smartest dog ever did she. No offense to my little Silky out there. And Lassie's acting with you like, well, she would with one of her own puppies. You're not a little boy anymore. Sometimes when I look at you, why, I can hardly remember the little boy you used to be.
But what has that got to do with Lassie?
Well, now, Lassie knows you gotta be in your own, that you gotta stand on your own 2 feet. When you was a little un and needed looking after, oh, that Lassie was always right there in the job, wasn't she? But times have changed, Timmy. Lassie realizes that, and it's about time you did too.
Has Lassie turned against me, too?
Oh, no, Timmy, I'm surprised to hear you talk like that. Oh, nobody's turned against you, least of all your mom and dad. You've been feeling pretty sorry for yourself lately. Come on, Rat. Come on, fess up. Now, haven't you?
I just want to take Lassie with us.
But you can't, Timmy. You can't do that, and you gotta face it. You know, Timmy, you'll be surprised how many times in life you got to do things that, well, you just don't want to do, but that's part of living, like it or not. And, well, you just make up your mind to do it, and you do it. And, Timmy, you're getting old enough now to understand what this all means to your dad.
Oh, sure. I understand all right.
Timmy, I don't believe you do understand. Why do you think your dad wants to go halfway around the world? For himself? Oh, no. No, boy, not for himself. For you too, Timmy. A man wants to give his son everything he can. And you can't blame a man for that, can you? Timmy, he loves you.
I know that, Mr. Cully.
I reckon I talk too much.
No, sir, Mr. Cully. I think you talk just about right. Well, I better be getting on home now. Come on, Lassie. Bye, Mr. Cully.
Bye, Timmy.
Timmy? I think we better have a talk.
I've been waiting for you to get back, Dad.
I've been having some serious second thoughts, Timmy. Maybe I was wrong when I made such a big decision without all of us talking it over. You know, you and your mother mean more to me than anything else in this world.
Dad?
Hmm?
Well, Dad, we're going to Australia because it's the right thing to do. And if we have to leave Lassie, and I guess we do, there's no one I'd trust with more than Mr. Cully.
I appreciate what this means to you, son.
And it's not going to be forever. And you should see how Lassie and Silky play together. They'll have lots of good times.
Well, I guess it's time I got washed up for supper.
I'll be right in, Dad.
Proud of you, Timmy. I'm very proud of you.
Hi, Mr. Cully.
Hi, Timmy.
We're about ready to leave.
Yara? Well, I'll be expecting a letter from you real regular.
And you'll be writing me, too?
Oh, regular as clockwork. I'll keep you up to date on everything that's happening here. And you don't have to worry about Lassie none, because you can trust me. Can't you, boy?
Yes, sir.
And you take awful good care of yourself, Timmy.
Goodbye, Mr. Cully.
Bye, Timmy.
Bye, Lassie. You mind Mr. Cully?
You know, we got us a big job to do. A real big job. That's gonna be one lonesome dog if I ever saw one. And we gotta do something about it. And Silky, I'm counting on you. Lassie, Silky, come and get it. Now, where did they get off to? Where? Come on, you scallywags, soup's on. No, you don't. That's Lassie's, and you know it. That's yours. Shit. Lassie, I'm sure glad to see you eating good. You know, you had me worried for a while there, just pecking at your food. You made quick work of that. Now, don't you two go wandering off too far. And Silky, will you try to keep out of mischief? Lassie, you keep an eye on the little scamp and crack down on them if you need to. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Daddy, do. Do, 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 do. Lassie girl, get the doctor. Go get the doctor.
Fellas, quiet down in there. People want to sleep. That's better. Lassie, what are you doing here? What is it, girl? Something's not right. Better give Cully a ring. Jenny? Jenny, this is Doc Weaver. Get me Cully Wilson, please. Wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute. What? Well, keep ringing, please.
Hello?
Yes? I see. Well, thanks anyway, Jenny. I'll be right with you, girl. Oh, good heaven. Cully, can you hear me? It's Doc Weaver.
Doc,
What is it, Cully? What happened here?
it's just my heart. It's acting up again.
No. Stay right where you are. Just stay put. What was the name of the doctor who took care of you last time? Baker, wasn't it, over in Fullerton?
Blakely, Doc.
Blakely. Jenny, this is Doc Weaver. This is an emergency. Now, I want Dr. Blakely over in Fullerton. That's right, and if he's not at his place, get me to Fullerton General Hospital. Right.
I sent Lassie for the doctor. I guess you're the only doctor she knows.
Hello? I'm Dr. Blakely. This is Weaver, the vet over in Calverton. A patient of yours, Cully Wilson. I'm with him now. It seems his old trouble is acting up again. Well, I've got my station wagon here, and it's got a pad in the back. All right. I'll meet you at the hospital. Thank you, Doctor.
Doc, that hospital's 40 miles away.
If that's where your doctor is, that's where you're going. You help yourself as much as you can, but we're going to take it nice and slow.
Yeah.
Slow now.
Doc.
Well, now, I thought maybe you were getting a little sleep. How do you feel?
I'm kind of worried.
You'll be just fine, Cully. Little rest and you'll be good as new.
I'm not worrying about myself. I'm thinking about the dogs.
You leave the dogs to me. I promise you everything will be all right. What you want to concentrate on is getting well. I don't want you in that hospital too long. I mean, there's our Wednesday night pinochle game. That's enough talking now. I got to keep my mind on the road. You rest.
Yeah.
Who's ready for another hot cake?
No, I'm full of the gills.
Me too, Mom. Look, Daddy. Where'd you come from? Are you lost? Daddy likes me.
Don't pick him up, honey. He's dirty.
I'll bet he's hungry. You like pancakes, little fellow? There.
He sure was empty.
He's probably thirsty, too. Here, dear.
Daddy,
What is it, honey?
could we take him with us?
Well, I'm sure he belongs to somebody. Probably somebody right here in camp.
Then why was he so hungry?
All dogs are hungry.
He belongs to somebody. They certainly don't take very good care of him.
Now, that's enough, Betsy. We're not going to take somebody else's dog away, so just forget it. Now, let's get going.
Now, Betsy, think how you'd feel if somebody took a puppy away that belonged to you.
You're probably lost. You must be.
Come on, Betsy.
I'll be right there. I want to get my sunglasses. Here. Here, boy, come get the candy. You're the sweetest little dog I ever saw.
do, Mr. Wilson?
No, I'm afraid he's not here. I'm Doc Weaver, DVM.
Oh, Corey Stewart.
Corey Stewart? Well, now, this is a surprise. I heard an awful lot about you from the Martins. Say, you sure did bring Lassie back to them in good shape after what she'd been through. And believe me, I ought to know. I've been a doctor since she was a pup. As a matter of fact, you're kind of a legend around these parts.
I stopped by to say hello to him. Saw the for sale sign.
Yes, moved to Australia a couple of weeks ago.
Australia?
It happened fast.
It's quite a move.
Sure hated to see him leave. Fine people, the Martins. Near broke little Timmy's heart having to leave Lassie behind. They had to, you know, because of the quarantine. It's tough law, at least for a boy to understand.
You mean Lassie's still here?
Well, not exactly.
Something happened?
She and Silky, that's Cully's little terrier, they just disappeared. You see, Timmy left Lassie here with Cully. Then Cully had this heart attack.
Serious?
Oh, no, the old goat's doing fine. He's coming home this afternoon. But he doesn't know about this yet. And telling him won't be easy. And I feel responsible.
Do you mind if I help?
Mind? If there's anything you can do.
Well, I'm not doing Jefferson until tomorrow. I'll drive over to the district ranger station, get a report out in the force network.
I'd sure appreciate that, Mr. Stewart.
Lassie means a lot to me. I'll do everything I can.
Knowing that, Ranger Stewart's good enough for me. Thanks, and good luck.
Hi, Bill. Been a long time.
Sure has. What brings you out here?
Special assignment in Jefferson. Stopped near Calverton to say hello to some friends of mine. I ran into a small problem.
Oh?
A couple of lost dogs.
A little out of your line, isn't it?
I guess, but one of those dogs is pretty special.
Well, not Lassie.
That's right. Disappeared. Ran off with a little terrier owned by a fellow named Cully Wilson.
Sure, I know Cully. Heard he was in the hospital.
Yeah, he's getting along all right, I guess. He's coming home today. That makes finding these dogs even more important.
Well, how can I help?
Well, I thought you might get in the forest net and spread the word about the dogs. Maybe somebody spotted them.
Sure. I can imagine how the old fellow's gonna feel. It's sure no secret in the Forest Service how you feel about Lassie. District Ranger Gaines to all stations. District Ranger Gaines to all stations. Have a missing report here. 2 dogs. One a large collie, answers to the name of Lassie. The other a small terrier named,
Silky.
Silky. Please relay any pertinent information.
Bill, this is Dave Carter.
Yes, Dave, you have something?
Could be. One of my work crew spotted the 2 dogs up near Halverson's trailer park a few hours ago.
R2.
The darndest thing, too. He said the collie opened the door of a trailer and let the little pooch out. Last he saw them, they were heading into Blue Canyon.
Blue Canyon, which direction?
Well, they were working on a downed line about a half mile from the trailer camp. One of our cross-county lines.
Right, Dave. Thanks. 10-4. Fast service, huh?
Sure is.
Looks like you start out up by Halverson's. I'll mark the area for you. Now, Blue Canyon's this way.
Lassie.
Take it easy, little fella. We'll get you out of there. Yeah, everything's gonna be all right. There we go.
Come on, girl.
You sure had a lot of people worried about you.
Sleep already. That's a tired little dog.
Think maybe you'd better be getting inside, Cully? No sense overdoing it first day home.
Will you quit fussing over me, Doc? I ain't no invalid.
Didn't say you were.
Besides, I want to be right here watching when Silky and Lassie come back home.
Now, Cully, I said the ranger was just going looking for them. Nobody made any promises.
I know. But I'll tell you for certain, if I was missing, no one I'd rather have looking for me than that Corey Stewart fella. Wait till me talk, there ain't nothing he can't do.
Now, don't go getting your hopes too high. Even a ranger can't do what can't be done.
Doc, look. Can't be done, huh?
Well, here we are, girl. Come on. Here we go.
Oh, you little rascal, Silky. Sure glad to have you back. And you too, Lassie. Doggone. Ranger, I don't know how to thank you.
Believe me, it's my pleasure, Mr. Wilson.
Go on and don't you call me Mr. Wilson. You just call me Cully. I feel like we're old friends because Timmy told me all about you. Only thing is, the way he talked, I thought you must be 10 feet tall. Sit down. We must have lots to talk about. Yeah.
Well, and what I'm standing here for? I'll get some food for those two. They must be half-starved.
See, Doc tells me you're on the way to Jefferson, huh?
That's right. We've been improving a 5-mile stretch of river. Gonna be some good trout fishing there.
Oh, that's just what I like. You know, I might give it a try. Real soon, too. Guess you move around quite a lot, don't you?
Well, there's over 180 million acres of national forest. Sooner or later, I expect to see most of it.
My goodness. Must be a fine job being a ranger. And important, too.
My dad was a ranger. Guess it's in my blood.
Here you go. Aren't you hungry, Lassie?
Go on, girl.
You're welcome to stay for supper, Ranger. Doc's doing the cooking, so I ain't promising there'll be anything to write home about.
Well, thanks for the invitation, Collie, but I gotta be moving on. Goodbye, girl.
Seems like Lassie's saying a lot of goodbyes lately.
I sure know how Timmy felt having to leave Lassie. When it came time for me to give her back to the Martins, it wasn't easy.
That collie hasn't moved from your side, Ranger.
Well, I guess she hasn't forgotten all the trouble we've been through together. Fishing her out of that lake. That was just the beginning. Fire, avalanche. We've seen them all.
She remembers, all right.
It's like she belongs to Mr. Stewart.
Maybe she should be your dog, Ranger. Well, seeing you two together, well, it gets me thinking that, well, maybe staying with me ain't the kind of a life that would be the best for Lassie. You see, I promised Timmy I'd take care of her as best I could, and maybe that ain't enough. See, Lassie, she's a special dog. She needs to be right in the middle of things. And I'm thinking of that 180 million acres you was talking about, just be the ticket.
Are you making me an offer?
Look at her. She hasn't taken her eyes off you. I think that's what Lassie wants. And I think it's what Timmy would want if things just hadn't happened so fast.
Golly, I don't know what to say.
Nothing needs saying, Ranger. Except one thing, though.
What's that?
You gotta write Timmy regular and tell him how Lassie's getting along.
Golly, I certainly will. Well, girl, you ready to go along with me? You got a lot of traveling to do.
That makes it unanimous. Lassie, you're in the Forest Service now, and you got a mighty important job ahead of you.
Thank you, Cully.
Thank you, Ranger.
Thanks, Doc.
Good luck, Ranger.
Come on, girl, let's go. Hey, wait for me.